What's going on, everybody? What's up, Two Hit? What's up, Satellite Sun? What's up, Worst Elephant? Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. Yes, it must be Thursday because tomorrow is Friday, and because we're doing the Power Hours. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing just fine. I'm doing pretty good. I got me a little drinky here for lunch. Been making an effort to hydrate a little bit better this week, but tonight I'm gonna treat myself. I guess doubly treat myself, I suppose. Normally, I would have to get up early tomorrow to go into the office, but I have a dentist appointment in the morning. So I'm going to get up a little bit later, go to that, and then go into the office for a concatenated day, which I am rather looking forward to. I think it'll be the best of both worlds. I can appease the higher-ups by actually being in the office without being there quite as long. So, everybody wins. Especially me! Good evening, Sacrificial Toast, and good evening, Emerald. Good to see you. Could pop out early. Some dumb fucks decided to make it so when my classes start at 9 a.m. last minute, even though it's 12. Ooh, gross. I hate it when that happens. Well, good luck with that. Good luck. I hope it all gets sorted and you get in there and everything is just hunky-dory, peachy keen, super groovy. As the kids these days say, I'm hip. I'm with it, chat. Oh, God, what did I do today? I didn't do a whole lot. I worked. There was that. I had meetings. There were those. Kids these days use terms like rad and tubular. Yes, when they play their Super Nintendo Entertainment System and they play good old modern Super Mario World and they get to the levels actually called those things. What's up, Harvey Winkle? Good to see you. Yeah, I haven't had the time to really play stuff the way I want to. I might play some more Outer Worlds after the stream tonight if I'm not completely passing out by then. Because I've been wanting to get back to that. I've kind of mentally put RimWorld and Kenshi aside. As much as I really want to be playing those games, I'm looking forward to streaming them. RimWorld in particular, since we're starting that on Monday. And I've refreshed myself on that, but Kenshi, I think I've figured out all of the basics I need to stream that. I think I've actually got a grip on what I'm doing in that game to the point where like I can make a solid, not boring start of it. I think I know what to do, and I think it'll be a good time. So. Not sure when we'll get to that. It really depends on RimWorld. And it really depends on if I'm going to want to do Kenshi like immediately after RimWorld. But yeah, I gotta say, as much as I'm enjoying RimWorld, as much as I plan to enjoy RimWorld, I think Kenshi is like the best thing I've played in a long time. I am kind of shocked at how wrapped up I've gotten in that game. And if I didn't have designs on streaming it, I think I would just be like 110% into that. Because it's really cool. It's pushing a lot of buttons for me right now. So it's taking a little bit of willpower. I keep poking at it is the thing. I'm going to set this aside. I don't want to, because I've seen a bit of the world. I know where some of the cities are and I found some cool stuff, but I want to leave everything else aside so that I can discover it with all of y'all. So I don't want to play it more, but I keep going back to it and being like, wait, I think if I just do this thing, I think this is something I haven't tried. And then I try it and it works. I'm like, oh, okay, that's great. So useful for when I'm streaming, but yeah, I don't normally have this problem. I don't normally get a game. Games are very separated for me. I have stream games and I have personal games. And usually it's very easy to separate them because a lot of the games that I stream I've played before. And I really want to share them with y'all. Other ones are ones that I can tell are gonna be interesting for the channel, interesting for viewers. And so I'm like, okay, I just won't touch this and we'll just do it together. But like Kenshi is one of the first times where I've been like, I really, really, really want to be playing this, but I really, really shouldn't. And it's actually kind of difficult to put it aside. It's gonna be difficult because I'm gonna be playing RimWorld for so long. So, but we'll see. My mom found a ton of shit in my dad recorded in the early 2000s. I swear to God, my dad never should hold camera again. Every single time he uses this, not only shaky, he keeps making jokes about, but it's a dad thing. Dads can't really help it. I've got a bit of an exception in my family because everyone else jokes about butts so much. There's not really a whole lot of room for me to get in my own derriere diatribes. I just say weird alliterative things like that instead, and they look at me funny. So you never just butt in. I try not to. Not when there's plenty of butt stuff going on to begin with. A lot of butt stuff around here. So yeah. So that's what I've been up to. Yeah, I think right now I wanna try getting a bit more immersed in the Outer Worlds. I played it a little bit so far. It's nice. It's really polished. It seems like it could be a good time. I'm a little wary of the writing already, cause it's really right from the start, right in the tutorial area. Outer Worlds is just like, hey, did you know capitalism's bad? Yeah, I might have some indications. I might have some inklings thereof. It's funny, awkward watching a video of father zooming in. Okay. Yeah, it seems like it might be a bit awkward. Fortunately, we never had a camcorder in my house, so I didn't have to suffer quite so acutely. But yeah. Another thing to go along with my burgeoning love of RimWorld Kenshi is tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we're doing an indie variety night, and oh boy, I've got a nice little selection of games that are kind of in that ballpark. We're gonna start with The Last Starship, which is kind of like RimWorld on a spaceship, where you build out the spaceship and you navigate it around to different planets and space stations and stuff. It's very early access right now, but seems like it'll be really, really cool. Don't know how much of it I'll actually grok tomorrow, but you know, we'll find out together. And I've got some other stuff, some recent games, some not so recent games, all in the semi-builder management kind of headspace, so. Gotta have the camcorder used for the making of tons of videos. Snapped in half one day, wow. Kind of love older mini DV cameras. Lower quality, I like that a lot. Older cameras and sometimes cheaper cameras have like a specific look to them that I think comes more and more in vogue as time passes and they become more antiques. So yeah, I could definitely see the appeal in that. I've been watching some lo-fi analog horror on YouTube. It's funny, I keep meaning to mention this to y'all and link it in Discord, and I keep forgetting. But there's a Japanese channel called I think it's like Fake Documentary Q or something, that does horror shorts, and they are good. They are exactly the kind of Japanese slow burn subtle horror I really, really like. So if you're into that kind of stuff, definitely check it out. My dad just got a novel published in My Filial Instincts, so that I should read it, but wow, that's a lot of very graphic sex scenes, Dad. Oh God. I've always kind of wondered what's it like for the children of parents who just like publish smut. Nothing inherently wrong with smut, of course, but I feel like if you're very open about that, it could get really awkward really fast. Your dad bugs. What's up, Arcane? I have an optical camera with an 80x zoom on. I should probably pull it out now. Yeah, do some shit with that. I mean, nothing creepy. But yeah, helps out with the aesthetic of the film. Oh, your favorite movie of all time, Inland Empire, using an early 2000 mini DV camera. Helps with the aesthetic. Honestly makes it more disturbing. Oh yeah, it absolutely does. It absolutely does. The lo-fi the lo-fi element of classic horror and modern horror shot with the lo-fi aesthetic really, I think it's kind of like the whole liminal space thing. It evokes a certain mindset when you see these things. Like, it's not so much that like grainy, staticky video is in and of itself horrifying, but it reminds you of other things. It helps you make mental connections with other stuff. And I think for people my age, my generation, I think there's an added element of, it reminds you of watching like old horror VHSs when you were a kid, and it takes you back to that like vulnerable mind space where you're a child, and the barriers between what is real and what isn't are a lot fuzzier, and you're watching these old movies and like they're freaking you out. I think throwing that lo-fi aesthetic in there helps transport adults back to that more vulnerable headspace. Yeah, I've never seen Inland Empire, but I would like to. I would definitely like to. I'm sure I'll get to it eventually. Right now, I haven't really been of a mind to watch anything really long, and especially not horror, but there was, when the weather was weird here, earlier in the week, it was rainy and cold and really windy, and you could hear like the house shifting around you and stuff. I got in this mood where I wanted some bite-sized, impactful horror, and that's when I found Fake Documentary Q, and really did the trick. Really was just what I needed right then. There's a lot of lo-fi horror series on YouTube that I really like. But some of them are either done or don't update any, or haven't updated in a while. Like Gemini Home Entertainment. But yeah, there's some other ones. I've been watching, the dude that does the Monument Mythos has started that back up again. And I always make sure to watch those videos when they're posted, because sometimes he changes his mind and he takes stuff down. So there was actually like 1.5 whole series that I watched as he was posting them that you can't watch anymore because he took them down and decided to go in a different direction. But it was honestly really good stuff. So I was happy to be present for that when it happened. That's kind of cool too. The what would you call it? Transitory? The transitory state of online media where somebody can put something out. They can put out a video, something weird and mysterious and whatnot, and then it could just disappear at some point, There is an interesting aspect to being able to experience media like just in the moment, like when it first drops and you're experiencing it for the first time with other people, and then it just vanishes, and you have this sort of isolated shared experience with people who are also there when they saw it. Like I can't link you to any of these weird like off-series Monument Mythos videos that I watch because they don't exist anymore. They're gone. But yeah, I still have that experience buried in my brain. Slightly different perspective on everything that's gone on there. So that's cool. That's really cool. You been making one of those weird found footage things again? First time in a while. Friends and you got together and decided to make a cryptid themed series. Nice. Nice. That could be really cool. I think it's if you're the creative type, it's hard to watch these things and not be like, wow, I would really like to make something like that myself. But now I have the benefit of old age where as soon as I get that inclination, I start thinking about the logistics of it first, and I'm like, oh. So I envy you and your youthful vitality and being like, well, this thing looks cool, let's make something like it. And you just barrel into it. I miss those days. But yeah, I feel like I should have more to remind y'all of, but I don't. It's Indie Variety Night tomorrow night. It's more Power Hours on Saturday. And then RimWorld starts on Monday. There's no votes. There's no democracy going on right now. Oh, I guess I might as well remind y'all. You can go ahead and start organizing for the March community night. I know there was some talk already. We have a dedicated community night channel now, and I think people were bandying about ideas for what to do for March. But yeah, if y'all want to go ahead and start narrowing things down, you've got until March 15th to get me, to at least show me some progress towards deciding something. I'm not going to be real strict about it, but I just want to make sure things are actually happening. So every once in a while, I'll, you know, remind you, poke you, prod you. But I guess, chat, we can get started. Which is an odd feeling, of course. Bubsy fan game retrospective. I mean, if you want it, community nights used to be Hell Nights. They used to just go by the moniker Hell Night because the idea was y'all would just pick some heinous garbage for me to play. Early Hell Nights, I'm trying to remember what the very, very first one was. It was either Chaos Wars or the Demon Rush. And both of those were trash. Both of those were terrible. Don't think my shmup idea is gonna fly, but it's all good. I mean, nobody seemed down on it, certainly. Also, nice pun there that you probably didn't intend. Apply patches and play weird international games. That's always a possibility, too. But it's kind of funny, isn't it? That, like, community nights started as Hell Nights. And then they kind of evolved over time. Like, I think people got tired of using Hell Nights for just, like horrible, repugnant shit. And they decided to start doing better, more interesting things, just as a whole, just as a community. And so they morphed into community nights. But that need to expose all of us to just terrible, terrible games still existed, which is why Deathmarks came about. But then Deathmarks started evolving in the same direction the community night did. So it's interesting. It's like the desire. It's like on the surface, there's a desire to make me play really terrible games. But then once that desire is ostensibly met, regret sets in. And it's like, oh, maybe we should be doing things that aren't so terrible anymore. Yeah, we kind of speedran the same process with Doom streams, didn't we? Chaos War played bad. I mean, I know its voice acting is infamous. Chaos Wars, once you get past the hilariously terrible voice acting, is a really boring tactical RPG. Like, really boring. There's not enough to it to really yeah, once you get over the novelty of it, there's really nothing there that's worth playing. So Demon Rush was kind of the same way. Like, the Demon Rush is hilariously inept and the story is just pants on head stupid, but it's just, outside of that, it is no fun to play through because the game balance is all over the damn place, and you will get stonewalled by the strangest, most random encounters. I don't even think I did an entire night of the Demon Rush because I got stuck on one battle. I was just like, well, this just sucks. Horrible stuff gets boring after a while. No longer need a special night to give you terrible games once a month. Now we do it twice a week. We're still your request superstar. I know you are. Super Star Wars isn't even that bad. It's just odd. I don't know what you're talking about. Faria was always a great game. Faria was never a great game. Faria was the most bearable bad game I've ever played. Well, I do like Torment You. Constant Torment is really fun to watch for long. Once it turns into tormenting ourselves, there's no point to continue. That's a good point. That's a good point. And I think the real challenge is, and I think it was the challenge for Hell Knights that eventually became too difficult. And it was the same, it's the same for Doom streams now. The trick is threading that needle to find something that is entertainingly bad enough to get through. And Faria was that. I still hold up Faria as like the quintessential Hell Knight Doom stream game. And there's not a lot of games like Faria, honestly. It was a bad game, but it wasn't miserable to play, and it had some really wild shit in it that made playing through it worth it. That's the challenge. We need Gex Enter the Gecko stream one day, the PAL version to be specific, for no reason. I think people have passion for certain games. That was drives community Doom streams. Hard to find bad games that have passion behind them. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Faria was also a very spur of the moment thing. People saw it, they're like, ooh, what's that? Let's play it. And I started playing, and I was like, this is dog shit. And for some reason, people got really attached to it. I can't even really break down how or why that happened. It just did, somehow. It's like Twilight Zone episode of The Gambler. It's fun to watch you suffer, but we can't win all the time or it gets boring. Very true. Very true. Very true. I think Goat Simulator would be a good community night since you're playing all those sim games. Yeah, we might get around to stuff like that. I think RimWorld opens a lot of doors. I think RimWorld opens a lot of doors that I haven't really seriously considered before. So a lot is gonna depend on how entertaining y'all find RimWorld and how much I enjoy streaming it. So, if RimWorld does really well on all of those points, then I'm definitely gonna stream more games in that vein, because that is so very much the mood that I am in right now. And also I have a kind of long-term goal that we can accomplish if that does work out. But yeah, simulators, and I love building games specifically, and simulators are very adjacent to that. And there are some simulators that I've kind of clicked with and kind of enjoyed, but in general, I don't really play a lot of simulators, and I tend to not be very good at them either. Like Colony Sims, I've always been bad at. It may have been the ones that I tried to get into, but I consider myself a very poor colony manager, which hopefully will change with these upcoming streams. So we'll just have to see. We'll just see how it bears out. Middle of the screen slightly bigger. That's an interesting request, but one that I can accommodate. Hello, everybody. Oh, you know what? I can almost, hang on. I can almost get myself like perfectly centered here. That's almost perfectly centered. How you like them apples? Fairy was excellent for that. The bad sushi. Where did the bad sushi come from, man? That was so wild. It's too symmetrical, I'm scared. Now put on 25 hats. What's up, library man? How you doing? The daughter's baby picture being a caterpillar with a human. Oh yeah, yeah. Fairy had all kinds of weird stuff in it. Fairy was a very bizarre game for that. And yeah, it's hard to find other things like that, really. It really, really is. So, but I mean, that's also what we got the power hours for. There's plenty of stuff for us to peruse in here, and the further we get into it, I think the weirder and wilder stuff is gonna show up. I mean, we've been through the lion's share of old NES games at this point. We're on to the wane of the original NES. But that does mean in 1993, you start getting the games.
been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you
That
go?
actually
Where did you
scared
come from,
me.
Cotton Eye Joe?
It feels like it's been quite a while since the last one. My heart was not prepared. Yeah! Oh, thank you for that. It's like reuniting with a lost love. But yeah, all the NES games that are like super hard to get to pick up used now, like we'll start running across those in 1993. So there's gonna be some weirder, more obscure stuff there. And then 1993 is also when the Super NES library really starts to take off. It really starts to expand a lot faster because at that point, developers have had like a year or more with the system to work out what exactly they're doing with it. So 93 and then 94 and 95 in particular are going to be just like a massive explosion of Super NES games, and you're gonna see a lot of stuff that you did not even know was on the Super Nintendo. That's gonna be really cool. So, ooh, boy, it's a shame. A number of my favorite Game Boy games have passed by already. Well, Deep Thought, I'll have to give you and other folks a chance to re-summon some of those. We did that NES free-for-all night a couple weeks ago. Was that a couple weeks or a couple months at this point? I can't remember. I think we should do a Game Boy one next. Since we are, I think, midway through the Game Boy's lifespan at this point. Choose on Blade of Grass or piece of hay. Play more crank-based games. I wish, man. I want another season of Playdate games. I mean, I could drop some money on some third-party Playdate games, and I may do that at some point, but I presently have no shortage of things to do on Fridays at the moment, so I'm gonna have to come back around. I know this might be a bit narcissistic. There should be an expensive option to make the dance party video play on stream, simply because some people hated it. I'll look into that. I will look into that. I love that video. I don't know how anybody could find it in their hearts to absolutely hate that video, but you know, it takes all types. Anyway, chat, you want to talk about the magazine? You want to talk about the magazine so we can turn the page and find even more shit to play? Spoiler alert, I think you do. I think actually you do. Spoiler alert, I've peeked ahead to the next page, and you do. Spend my 400,000 Dragon Coins on one thing, but it has to be epic. That's the thing. Like, Dragon Coin stuff, cheap Dragon Coin stuff is easy. Like, at this point, I've been doing this long enough. I've got a good grip on how to make inexpensive Dragon Coin redemptions that people enjoy and people will actually make use of. Like we get Dragon Coin redemptions every single night, without exception. And I feel good about that. Because a lot of channels I watch don't do anything with their channel points. And the ones that do, I feel like I don't see a lot of redemptions, but we get a lot of stuff redeemed around here. And I love that. I love that a lot. It's the big ticket items that I've never been good at figuring out. I've tried a couple over the years and they've never quite panned out quite right because like for a huge, the way we do things around here, Dragon Coins are valuable. Dragon Coins have a lot of value because you can do so many things with them. So if I'm gonna clean somebody out of their coins, I really need it to be worth it. But the problem is, if you, operating on the scale that we do, if I want to provide that much value to somebody, it's gonna give them an inordinate amount of control over the channel. At least the way I conceive of things. You make Oddish and Gnome for a whole week. I mean, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And I mean, honestly, if you have 400,000 Dragon Coins, you can just do that functionally. You just have to show up every night, which is honestly better than having one redemption that's like Gnome streams for a week. I would rather people have to show up every night to spend their coins to do it. I kind of regret not doing the gnome thing during Zelda for the short pointy hat synergy. I spent 150 coins on this. What's up, Helby? So it's a vault of dragon coins like Scrooge McDuck. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like some people use their dragon coins very liberally and always float around like 4 or 5 figures. And then there are the dragon hordes of dragon coins. The folks that are just sitting on a massive war chest, which means if I made something for like 500,000 dragon coins or something, there are people actually in the ballpark of that. There's probably I'm pretty sure there are people that could just drop their whole war chest on that right now if I did it. So 50K to make you play a game once. I mean, that is a huge amount of power, Arcane. For as tight as my schedule is, just trying to cram in all the things that I've promised that I'm going to play. I mean, when was the last time we voted on something? It's been what, 2 weeks? 2 weeks, 3 weeks since our last vote, which ended in a 3-way tie. And I am nowhere near being done with that. That was our last democratic game selection. Now imagine if I just let people just queue up games that I had to play whenever they wanted. I don't do that because I used to do that. I had a paid queue of games and it got unmanageable almost instantly. And actually ended up causing me a lot of stress. So I had to sunset that little initiative. Yeah, Oddish learned. As much as I would love to do that, like 100K for like, yeah, just here's a night, like pick a night. We'll do what you want. Never work. It would never work. There are simply too many people here for that to work. And I mean, it's not like, look, I want to reiterate too, these are not bad ideas by any stretch of the imagination. These are things that could very well work on other channels. But yeah, the way I run mine and the way I feel about mine and the experiences I've had and all that, yeah, I can't give any more direct ways to demand playthroughs of things. Because I already give you all a fair number of ways to make me play things. You know, we have the incidental requests during the power hours. We have community nights every month. We do have Doom streams that were actually I had to put my foot down and discourage Doom streams to a degree because I could see them hugely impinging on the actual schedule in the future, the way things were going. So I have to be very careful about these things. And that's a good thing, honestly. It means that y'all are excited and engaged enough that you really, really want to push for me to do things. And that's great. As a streamer, that's super, super encouraging. It just means I have to be very careful about managing that. Because I don't want any one person or any group of people to monopolize what we're playing. And I certainly don't want my own inclinations of what we're going to play to get pushed out either. So 100 to 200K for a 10 to 30 minute peak, $500,000 for longer seems workable. It does. The thing is, where would that go? The tricky part about that is, where does it go? Like, if I have that as an open option and people request something, like, where do I put that? The obvious answer is that it goes into a Friday stream. But that means that as long as people are availing themselves of that option, every Friday is going to be those viewer requested peaks at thing. And that's also not factoring in the budget. Because if people are requesting new releases, stuff on Steam, stuff on GOG, stuff that I actually have to buy, that can burn through budget really fast. So I did actually used to have, years ago at this point, I had a request for Friday games. Back before the wheel, back before a lot of our more eclectic Friday concepts. It It was 50,000. It was 50,000 to pick something for a Friday look, and even that was tricky to swing. I like birthday requests. Mine's coming up. Birthday requests are not an official thing, just so people know. I occasionally do birthday requests if they align with what I want to do. The famous one there, of course, was Resident Evil Remake was a birthday request. And it just happened to come in at a moment when I was like, you know what? I would love to do that. And it was great. It was wonderful. But birthday requests will never be an official structured thing. Because again, there's too goddamn many of you. You realize that, right? Like, ironically, my hands are tied on some of these things because of the volume of viewers that I have. We are legion, exactly. I do it as the last 30 minutes of the stream, just cut it a little short. Also cap requests per week, month if you're still worried. Yeah. I mean, there's just... The thing is, Deep Thought, the funny thing about this is, again, none of these are bad ideas. The funny thing about it is that all of these are things that I've done before and I stopped doing because of problems that arose when doing them. I used to do, every one of my streams was split in some way a long time ago. Every night was a sort of variety night. And then when I wanted to start doing full playthroughs, I kind of did the opposite of that. I would tack part of the full playthrough on to the last half hour or hour of the stream. And then when I started getting more serious about full playthroughs, I started doing what you suggested and tacking on little looks at things at the end of streams. And what that does, unfortunately, because of the way viewership on Twitch works, is as soon as you switch away from the main thing away from the main thing you're doing for the night, your viewership tanks. Because the people who came out to see the main thing can no longer watch the main thing and they don't want to hang out. And the people who wanted to see the little first look thing, unless they were also there for the main thing, don't know what's happening. They don't know when to tune in, they don't know what's going on, and so they don't show up. So yeah, I've been streaming for almost 5 years now at this point. It's gonna be 5 years this August, I guess. And so I've tried a lot of different stream concepts. I've tried a lot of different kinds of streams. I've tried a lot of different schedules and whatnot. And I've learned a lot. I've learned a whole lot in that time about what works and what doesn't in terms of viewership and engagement and all of that. So yeah, I appreciate the suggestions, of course. I always appreciate being able to hang out with y'all and brainstorm ideas and talk about stuff. It's just one of the pitfalls you're gonna run into suggesting stream stuff to me at this point is I've been around for a while and I've tried a lot of these things too. Hot tubs work? That's the thing. I still haven't gotten in on the hot tub meta. And it not for lack of interest. People have certainly mentioned it, so. So thanks for being another voice one more quarter. Anyway, I need to put on a hat. Hang on one sec. Let's see. I'm thinking, you know what? This one doesn't get requested on its own very often, and I honestly really like this one. I think of the hats that I have over there, this was the first one that I got. And it was a gift. This one is actually a gift from my wife. So if anybody was queuing up any smart-ass observations about this one, I hope you preemptively feel bad. Library Man, one of my favorite things about you is your absolutely impeccable timing. You have the most wonderful, natural, comedic timing. Here's to you, buddy. Cheers to you. Nice hat for a wife to give. Called the news yet? Sorry, I'm an asshole. You're my kind of asshole. That's the important part. You can be as big an asshole as you want as long as you're my asshole. That didn't really improve the situation, did it? Also, my friend is demanding a Kenshi stream. Yeah, it's coming. I am enjoying Kenshi way too much not to stream it at this point. So it's just got to come after RimWorld somehow. No, nobody clip that. No, don't do that. don't do that to poor Library Man. My own dignity is forfeit. I mean, at this point, whatever. But poor Library Man, have a heart, chat. Seriously. Speaking of heart, I can take it. Why don't we get to the magazine? Why don't we actually start in on the magazine? Because there's infinite nights for me to talk shop about streaming and this channel and metrics. Oh, don't get me started on metrics, chat. Oh, I'll get the charts out. I'll do it too. But tonight is special. It's the power hours. You know, it's our night to kick back and relax and read through the magazine and find games that probably aren't very good that you're gonna want me to play. Chat was on screen. I probably would have clipped it, but the reaction without the text falls short. I think Oddish selectively reads chat because he knows it'll get posted on YouTube. I do. No, that is, I will confirm that 100%. There are some things that I will actively not read into the record. Cause I know. I mean, look, I don't give a fuck about YouTube. Fuck YouTube. In fact, fuck it up one side and down the other. YouTube is a garbage platform for content creators, and it absolutely sucks that people are stuck making content for it just because it's the biggest and the baddest. I was watching a video today that apparently they just changed their advertising rules again, so that if you curse at all in your video, you're probably gonna get demonetized, and a bunch of content creators are losing like a huge chunk of their income because of that. And of course, YouTube puts out all these videos about, here's how to make advertiser-friendly content. Fuck you, advertisers. Ooh, you like these? Advertise on these. Get right on them and spin, advertisers. This is what I think you. Mwah, 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 mwah. That's what I think of YouTube. We don't have time for reader requests. Oddish explains for 40 minutes. Yeah, it's gross. It's really gross. People moving platforms seems just about impossible. Most people set up shop and stay in one environment forever. It's like living in your hometown forever. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Because, I mean, if... No, that's good. Please, clip that, tweet it, upload it to your own YouTube. Just go nuts. Go nuts with that one. I want that to be my... Put that on my tombstone. Buy me a gaudy ass digital tombstone just so that can be put on it, please. I have a kids game I'd like you to sell, Oddish. Is this a part where I have to talk about Raid Shadow Legends? I should mention this stream is sponsored. But yeah, the thing about these platforms, like, what if Twitch did something super shitty? You know, what if Twitch, like, just, like, did something awful and people started vacating the platform, and, like, you know, I have no particular love for Twitch. They've made just as many bad decisions as they have good managing their content and their creators. But if I left Twitch, I mean, we have a community here on Twitch. You know, I could set up somewhere else, but it'd be almost starting from zero, honestly. It's a hard thing to get people to to shift platforms, you know? Dynamic serving dinner, what did I miss? Were we putting on Tombstone? Just watch that clip, Loader High. 2-hit, thank you so much. Pepperoni cheese and fuck you. I was watching a video about that guy who does the rank every episode of Long Running Show, and I swear he makes a point to get the weirdest sponsorships. You don't have to do that on purpose. Like just weird ass companies sponsor content, which is interesting. I don't understand why it's not a more mainstream thing. I don't understand why it's all these weird like loot boxes, and here you could buy a scammy plot of land in England so you could pretend to be a noble lord or some shit like that. Do worry about all these platforms. Keep thinking one day these execs will realize they're wasting all their money and ads don't work and the whole ecosystem will wither. I mean, that's... Unfortunately, that's not really the way capitalism works. As long as it's perceived that value can be extracted from it, they'll just keep trying to squeeze blood from that stone. So, and I think it's one reason why we're stuck in this awful situation where everything online, like pretty much all media, has to be supported by advertising. Like, I really think we should have evolved away from this structure, like, more than a decade ago. But because advertising was simple and easy and it was familiar because it's how newspapers and TV shows operated, it got carried over into the digital age, and now the internet is just rancid with advertising. Just absolutely infected with it. And we're never going to be rid of it because of that, because people are too... Even if there was a new paradigm for producing, like, for producing value out of online media, I'm not even sure, even if it made them more money, I'm not even sure people would jump ship because they get so set in their ways. Mine is Scottish though, so it's real. It's real, right? Ship platform for this stream, it's like one of the good ones in a sea of cringe. Oh, well, thank you, Spice. I appreciate this. So one of this episode is a company that like lets you express yourself through scents. Interesting. The Noble Title Company is something. Pat had a sponsored stream earlier, free game, and just quit out and deleted it at the end of the sponsored segment. He did not like Wolong. Oh, that's interesting, 2-hit. That's really interesting. Grand Pooh Bear did a Subway ad once, and chat lost their shit and kept on complaining for several hours. Yeah. Chat, it's never gonna be relevant here because I'm never gonna be big enough for companies to come knocking. I despise online advertising so much. I'm never going to do sponsored anything. I could not bring myself to do something like that. I keep hoping against hope that I can find some way to turn off fucking advertising on my Twitch channel. And I love that my YouTube channel is not monetized, because that would mean sucking up cents from advertising that I don't even believe in. So I hate it so much. I cannot stress enough how much I hate advertising culture. It is one of my greatest pet peeves on this earth, is online advertising in particular. I have a white hot all-consuming rage in my soul for online advertising. You should still you should shill for Chris or something and get free shit. I mean, no, I'll just do that because I appreciate their stuff. If I'm using something that I really like, I'll tell you about it. Nobody needs to sponsor me. I will just tell you, I really like this thing, you know? If they give you a shit ton of money, put up with a sponsor stream, yeah, that's never gonna happen though. That's never gonna happen. And that's fine. That's fine, because I wouldn't want to be put in that situation either. I wouldn't even want to be in the situation of having a choice between continuing my channel the way it is, the way I like it, or making the choice to jump to sponsored content just so I could live the dream of doing it as a full-time job. I don't want that choice. I feel like I wouldn't be happy either direction with that. Also, yeah, I'm filthy fucking rich anyway, so I don't need it. Rich and loyal viewers, that is. This fine chapeau is available in gold-plated hats. Now my own merch. That's totally different story, chat. Who wants a gold-plated games branded trucker cap or coffee mug or toilet paper? Gold-plated games, the lunchbox. Gold-plated games, the action figure. Gold-plated games, the breakfast cereal. I would do a line of cereal. I love cereal. Coffee mug you'd actually buy? I swear. Oh, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
I'd buy that for $1.
Well, there you go, chat. The people have spoken. Profanity thing on YouTube videos right now is really weird, like not being able to say fuck for the first minute or whatever. Yeah, that's the really weird thing about it. It's not even like you can't curse during streams. It's like very specific time frames during them. I did a line of cereal once. The sugar high wasn't worth it. GPG toilet paper. This game is shit. I could put all the worst games on there. Oh God, if any of the rights holders found out though and actually cared. Ooh. What a thing to get in legal trouble over. A branded roll of toilet paper. We're at the dollar store and see something you want to buy. GPG icon feels like it would make a good belt buckle. I love our icon, by the way. I don't think I talk about it very often. Here, I'll use my cold rolled steel prop. I love this icon. I had this made years ago by an artist that if I went to go find them, I'm not even sure I could. But this honestly came out better than I ever wanted it to. I'd wear a cool GPG t-shirt though. Do you know why our icon looks like this? Out of curiosity. I may have talked about this once, but it would have been a very, very long time ago. I don't think I've ever really talked about this thing, at least in recent times. But the reason this looks like this, well, okay, just as a quick recap, the reason why all this stuff is called GPG, gold-plated games, is because it's a play on my name, Oddish, because AU is the periodic symbol for gold, and plate is another word for dish. So, dish, gold plate, yeah. I'm very proud of that one. I'm very, very proud of that one. So once I had the name for it, I needed an icon. And I had in my head an image of just like, just a generic like pixel art gold plate or something. But the more I thought about it, I love you, you glorious nerd. I know. I've always been very, very, very pleased with myself over that one. I assume for a while that Oddish was another handle and not your actual name. Well, I used to not like my name Oddish. I used to think it sounded really, really doofy. But as I got older and I realized how unique of a family name it was, I came to appreciate it a lot more. And that's when I started using it everywhere online. I have some old handles across the internet. Like I don't use Oddish on Something Awful or anything like that. But yeah, all the more recent stuff. Everything I do under Gold Play Games, I always go as Oddish. I can't believe it's an actual name. I know, right? Anyway, the reason our icon looks like this is originally Gold Plated Games was for game reviews. I would write game reviews and I would put them on Steam and later my own website. And I could have gone with just a basic gold plate icon. My original idea was actually the little gold pieces from N, the ninja platforming game where you're the little ninja grabbing the pieces of gold and you get shot by turrets and rocket launchers and stuff. I was originally just going to use one of those. But the more I thought about it, I wanted an icon that had a little bit more going on with it, because in my mind, video games are more than just entertainment. Video games are more than just something fun and pretty that you look at and experience and move on. They have layers to them, like an onion. I didn't want to go with an onion because, you know, that one was taken. There's more going on beneath the surface of games if you dig deep, and that's what I wanted to explore with my reviews. When I reviewed a game, I wanted to talk about more than just the surface level impressions. I wanted to talk about what the games meant for me, how they affected me, and what I thought they could mean for other people. Digging for gold, yeah. What I thought they could mean for other people. And I wanted the icon to kind of reflect that. So I still wanted a gold plate, but I wanted it to have some detailing to make it look like there was more going on there. Instead of just being a basic gold plate, I wanted some subtlety. I wanted some hints that there was more going on than just a big chunk of gold. And I think we accomplished that. So these squares, these bars and everything don't necessarily, like, they don't have any particular meaning on their own, but the icon as a whole means that even when you have something as shiny and valuable as gold, there may be more going on there. There may be more detail than you're noticing at first glance. So that is why our icon is what it is. I hope you've enjoyed my TED Talk on the origins of the gold-plated games, gold plate. Onion-plated games, and here I thought it was an incomplete QR code. See, if I was really clever, really clever, I would have made it a QR code, because you don't really get much more deeper meaning than that. That would have been pretty neat. Honestly, it's a cool philosophy channel. I hope so. Because, you know, I think of these things. I think about these things when I do them. And you always hope that somebody appreciates the time that goes into, like, coming up with these concepts, you know? You always hope that if you come up with a clever name, like Gold-Plated Games, that somebody's going to notice and be like, ah! It's the same thing with the icon, too. Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. I love talking about how clever I am, because I don't get too many opportunities to do it. Not around here, anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like part of that comes from being an English major and being expected to kind of look a little bit deeper and ponder everything a little bit deeper. It also might be my personality. And searching for meaning in just about everything. But I always try to really consider the deeper meanings of everything I do. I think it's one of the reasons why I'm not a smoother public speaker, is because I have a natural inclination to second guess everything I'm saying. I try to process it a little bit before I actually say it. So if I didn't have that catch, if I didn't have that filter, I'd probably be a bit better at this. Pareidolia? I don't think I know what that is, actually. I might be indicting myself now, not knowing what a word means. The reviews were always very interesting. Well, thank you, Fancy Milliam. I very much appreciate that. I hope they've been useful. I occasionally feel a little bad that I wasn't able to continue them, but it's something that unfortunately I just seem to have moved past. I think that particular chapter has closed for me. Not because I said all that I wanted to say, but because I got to a place where I wanted to express myself differently. I wanted to express myself in different ways rather than just through written word. Tendency to perceive a specific, often meaningful image in a random or ambiguous visual pattern. Ah, okay. That's how it goes, isn't it? That is how it goes. An English major doesn't know every single word of English. Get a refund. Imagine they took up a decent chunk of time to write to. Oh God, yeah. Oh God. That used to be pretty much all my free time. I would only play games that I was reviewing. And I would spend the rest of my time writing reviews and putting them up. And it was good at the time. I think maybe that's the biggest thing that happened there. Oh my God, Len Dog, thank you so much for the follow. Can I just say real quick how much I appreciate that? Because I realize ostensibly tonight is supposed to be a celebration of Nintendo Power and old console games. Instead, I've been talking about myself and my channel and my past for like an hour, and people haven't vacated en masse, and in fact are rolling up in and following the channel. What's up, Ms. Roy? Good to see you. Sounds like more work than fun. Well, here's the thing. One of the main reasons I got into reviewing in the first place was because I like so many other people, built up a huge backlog of games on Steam. Games that I thought were interesting looking, and like I was like, oh, I'll definitely play these at some point. And it was just the list was just getting longer and longer. Hundreds of games that I picked up from bundles and giveaways and stuff that I was like, I definitely want to play these, but I honestly started reviewing to make myself go back and play a greater variety of my games than just getting stuck on one or two and playing them forever. And I started with the horror games because at the time I was a big old scaredy cat and I couldn't make myself play my horror games. So I was like, okay, this is going to be how I get through this. I'm going to play these horror games to review them, and that's going to make me get through them. We did it, Manic. Full hour of just chatting. It just happened that way. Maybe this is what happens when I bring wine to a stream, is I just get on a tear. It never ends. Incidentally, current Big Hubble bundles a Turkey Syria earthquake charity. It's got some pretty good stuff in it. Yeah, Jamfrost, I think, mentioned that last night. I should. Okay, hour chatting over. Back to the magazine. All right, we'll get back to the magazine shortly. Like I said, we were gonna do half an hour ago. But yeah, originally I started reviewing games just to force myself to play through my backlog and play more games that I hadn't played before. And it worked. It worked a trick. It was great for that. I played tons of games that I probably would have never given a second thought to otherwise, that I probably still wouldn't have played to this day. And it was great, and it continued working for a long time. And I had a real passion for reviewing, both because of that, and also I got really into just sharing my opinions on games and seeing the positive impact it had for people discovering games that they wouldn't otherwise know about because of that. Have to drink with your pinky up, English cabbie. My mistake. One more quarter. What? My mistake. Let me rectify that real quick. Ooh. Haha, here we are. Ooh. Yes, cheers. But then I started streaming, and my attentions were split between reviewing and streaming. And originally really cool, blimey. Originally, I was streaming stuff that I was gonna review. I thought it would be interesting for me to... One more quarter, thank you for the follow. Are you... Holy shit! One more quarter, you're our 1,000th follower. Hey! The hero we need, not the one we deserve. Thank you so much for that. It's party time. Woo! Oh my god. You win a brand new car. Oh, I wish. What's up, Chaos? Thank you so much. One more quarter. I appreciate. Oh my God! You've been Cotton Eye Joeing so hard, you're summoning the hype train. Did you know that? Are you waiting for us to request something off this page? You can just play it or admit you want to, and I'll request it for you. No, it's just we're having such a nice conversation tonight. Which is apparently fruitful because I just hit 1,000 followers for the first time. So it's not like I should stop now. What's up, Bassy? Good to see you. I hit 1,000 followers, Bassy. I did it. Here's to hitting 1,000 many. Aw, thank you. Dude, Library Man, thank you so much for gifting the sub to one more quarter. I really appreciate that. That's very generous of you. And well-deserved, certainly. Well-deserved. Aw, y'all. Aw, y'all. Oh God, where was I? I'm so overcome with emotion that I've forgotten my train of thought. It was something about, oh my God, load high. Jesus Christ. And one more quarter, thank you for the bits. Oh, Loaded High, thank you so much for the gift subs. Dude, oh my God! Jesus! Dude, thank you so much for the gift sub. Y'all are too kind. Oh my God. Oh. Y'all. How many streamers can do this? Honestly. How many streamers can do this? Show up to a stream where they're supposed to play old Nintendo games, talk about themselves for an hour, get 1,000 followers, and then folks start tossing around gift subs like they're fucking Santa Claus up in here. Aww. A lot, plenty. Well, thank you all so much. I appreciate this more than you know. They're really... Sometimes... Oh, Lawn Dog, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you very much for that. Sometimes even an English major who's been streaming for 4.5 years is at a little lost for words. Y'all are very generous. And I mean... I've said it a lot. I've maybe not said it as much lately, but it's no less true that, I mean, this channel is what it is because of all y'all. You know, I would certainly still be here streaming if nobody came to see, because it's something that I enjoy doing, but it's as much fun as it is, and it's as gratifying as it is because y'all are here. It makes all the difference in the world. Try my hardest to give a sub and Twitch Mobile is being a butt. Library, Larry Spice, it's fine. It's the thought that counts, really. Library Man, thank you so much for the gift sub to Grunt Fodder too. Happy little stream. I try. I always wanted this stream to capture the same feel as hanging out with my friends in college and sitting around while somebody played a game. I know I've talked about that. Some of my favorite video game experiences in my life were very social. And thank you for the gift sub to Spice too. Library Man, your generosity truly knows no bounds. Thank you so much. But when I was in high school, I went to a residential high school for my junior and senior years, and we lived on residence halls. And the first time I played Silent Hill, I had never played Silent Hill before. I hadn't really played many horror games at all. And my roommate had it on PS1, and he was like, dude, you gotta play this. And he took me out into one of the common lounges, which was a really cool room. We had a residence hall, and then there were 2 common lounges on each residence hall. And it was a big half circle with big plate glass windows that looked out over the main quad of the school. No blinds or anything, just looked straight out. And there were a bunch of, couches and seats and TVs and stuff in there. And in the evenings, if you turned the lights out, it got really dark in there. And so my buddy was like, look, you've got to play Silent Hill. You've got to play it in the dark. So we went out to the common room one night. We turned out all the lights. Nobody else was in there. And we hooked up the PS1, and he had me start playing Silent Hill 1. And while I was playing Silent Hill 1, the other dudes on my hall would walk past, and they'd be like, why the hell are the lights out in here? And they'd poke their heads in and like, what's going on? And my roommate would be like, oh, I'm just playing Silent Hill for the first time. They'd be like, oh shit, guys, get in here. And like, over the course of the night, we got like this big group of dudes in this hall, everybody just hanging out, watching me play Silent Hill for the first time. And it was so much fun. It was one of the most fun gaming experiences I've ever had, because something scary would happen and I would freak the fuck out, and that would make some of them jump, especially the ones that had never seen the game before. And folks were talking shop about what was going on. And it really felt like a primordial version of what we do here on Twitch now. It really felt like, in hindsight, the origins of what makes streaming such a compelling form of entertainment is that social element. You know, games are great. Hot take here, I know, but games are great. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Games are even better when they can be shared experiences with people, you know? It's one thing to experience a great game on your own. It's another entirely to share that with the people around you and have everybody experiencing it alongside you. So that was a formative experience for me. And when I decided to start streaming, that was the kind of thing that I wanted. I wanted my channel to first and foremost be a social experience. I mean, shit, that is why I've been here sitting and talking for 75 minutes instead of playing any games. I don't really need to explain this to you. we live it just about every night. My very first horror game experience was watching my friend play Silent Hill 2, and it still scared the crap out of me. I know, right, Helveed? Those games had such a big impact. Very similar experience to when my first time playing Resident Evil Remake. Your friends nominated me to play it for the group. I was the seasoned survival horror player. It was our first time seeing it. We did it as a group. It was such a blast. Yeah, it's a fantastic experience. And then in college, we did the same thing. My 4 of my friends had an apartment together. They pooled all their systems and all their tech knowledge, and they had this wonderful entertainment system with a big TV and all their game systems hooked up to it. And all of their old games, no. It was the Dreamcast. They had a Dreamcast, and they had ROM discs. They had ROM discs that were like every older console game on there. They had one for the NES, they had one for the Super NES, they had the one for the Genesis. And I swear to God, I spent like a year or two of my entire life in college. I would go to classes. As soon as classes were done, I'd grab some food, I'd go over to their place. Somebody would be playing some weird old game, which, you know, may or may not have influenced the channel direction a bit. One of them would be playing some weird old game. I'd sit down and be like, what the fuck is this? And we'd start talking about it, and the other guys would come out, and we would just hang out, and we would chill. And sometimes we'd talk about the game, and sometimes we wouldn't. Sometimes we wouldn't even play any games. Sometimes they'd finish playing something, we'd just sit around and talk. It was great. It was great. And that is exactly what I wanted this channel to be. And I feel like I've accomplished that. And that's a really good feeling. Very good. Well, I guess canonically it is now. I have made the leap to video games being good, so they're great games and those cheetah men. Literally had that experience. My friends would play Silent Hill with their friends as adults and with us kids. I mean, yeah. I guess the perception of video games being for children came from later marketing. Because early marketing for stuff like the Atari and the Nintendo posed it as like a new household appliance for all ages. And then I think when they realized that it was a majority of kids playing it, they started marketing more to kids. And the perception arose that video games were pretty much just for kids. But that was never the case. The same way as video games were never just for boys or whatever sexist bullshit there was back in the 80s and 90s. Like, video games have always been for everybody. They are a medium. They are a vector of human expression and art. So yeah, in the same way, it was never just for kids. And there's, you know, something like Silent Hill certainly is probably even more poignant for adults than it would be for youngins. Must have been a different experience as a parent playing Silent Hill 1. Yes. Yes. I will say that having my own kids has recontextualized a lot of stuff in video games, particularly horror. The bad tortured dad trope in indie horror hits way differently now. Better sense of pride and accomplishment than you'd get from any box. Very much so, Deep Thought. Very much so. Can't wait for 2 weeks from now. There were porn Atari games. There were shit, but they existed. Video games for kids. Custer's Revenge says hi. True enough. True enough. Well, not Game Boy Double Dragon 3, but other games could be art. Yeah, in theory. In theory. There are degrees to these things. We'll find the line in there somewhere. Parents got game systems for the kids, and while my dad never gave a fuck, my mom got into it a bit. It was fun playing with her. I mean, my dad's always played video games. That's another thing. My parents had a Commodore 64 before I was born, and my dad mainly used it to play games. He played golf games, he played Airborne Ranger, he played Echelon, he played all kinds of simulators and stuff. When we got a modern PC, when we got our 486, that was mainly for him to be able to play more modern games. He played racing games, he played golf games. My dad's still a huge gamer. He has been a gamer longer than I have, because he's been around longer than I have. I still remember when I was living in Japan, I had a laptop. I didn't go all the way in on a full gaming desktop at the time. I just had a laptop. I played a lot of Civilization indie games. That's a story for another time. That's when I really got into indie freeware and roguelikes. But when I came back to the States, when I moved back to the States from Japan with my wife, I need a new computer, and my dad also builds his own computers. And he had one sitting around that was ready for me. And they had to send my car to me because my car was out. They and my car were out on the East Coast at the time, and I was here in Los Angeles. So he sent the car to me. He put the computer in the trunk. He transported the computer in the trunk. And he said he was going to put some games on there for me too. And when I got it, I opened it up. And he had put like Fallout 3 on there. He had put the Far Cries on there. And it was so funny when I talked to him after I got my car. Because apparently I hadn't talked to him about Fallout 3. And I remember talking to him, and was like, have you heard of this game, Fallout 3? Oh, I love this thing. It's great. And I was like, Dad, I love you. Dad's stream went. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Unfortunately, my dad lives a little too far away for that. He's never here late in the evenings, but that would be actually kind of cool. Did you ever watch a Vizio stream? My dad actually watches a stream pretty regularly. Entirely possible he may be watching right now. You never know when Oddish Dad is lurking in chat. Just found out Double Dragon 3 was the first instance of microtransactions. The in-game power-up store kept saying something about inserting coin to buy the item. Oh my god. But yeah, my dad will watch my streams occasionally and then report to my mom what I'm doing. Did you get in trouble for cursing, young man? Fuck no. I learned how to curse from my dad. I'd probably get in trouble if my mom watched it, but I think that's why they have the arrangement that they do. My dad can watch my streams and then clean up the story for my mom. We hate your son, Mr. Oddish, clearly. Yep. Unmistakable, truly. Ah. Chat, this isn't a threat. This isn't a punishment or anything. We may have to get to the magazine and the actual video games and the playing thereof Just because I've talked so much tonight, my throat is getting a little tired. I'm just saying, does your dad call your gaming skills dishonorable? I tend to play a wider variety of games than he does. My dad is more specifically into sports games and shooters for the most part. He's big on racing games. He plays the F1 games on Steam. He's really big into the Call of the Wild games right now. Hunter Call of the Wild and Angler Call of the Wild. He loves those games. Those are his big thing at the moment. He does like shooters though. His favorite shooter series is Far Cry. He has played all of the Far Cries as far as I know. Which is more than me. I do love me a good Far Cry, but I kind of tapped out after Primal. Not because Primal was bad, but because I was getting a little tired of the mainline games. But he's played them all. He has played them all. He also plays the Fallout games. And he's been branching out, actually. More and more over the years. For Christmas, in fact, he asked me for one of the Dishonored games. He was, for whatever reason, really interested in playing Dishonored. So I grabbed him Dishonored, and because if you don't mind me saying, I'm a good son from time to time. I also got him Prey, and he ended up playing a lot of Prey. It was he didn't realize how much he was going to enjoy that one, but yeah. The last time I visited him, in fact, he had questions about it, because he doesn't normally play games that go quite that deep on the simulation. He doesn't do the whole immersive sim thing. This is like his first one, so I had to show him some of the more like outside the box things that you could do in it. So hopefully he's getting along just fine in that. Best Far Cry is Blood Dragon. Don't at me. My favorite Far Cry is always gonna be 2. And I know that's contentious. I know not everybody's gonna agree with that one, but I have a special place in my heart for 2. What if I asked you to agree? I want to see you and your dad do a stream. Seriously, that'd be lovely. Someday. I bet we can make that happen someday. Anyway, chat, while we're talking, before the stream, I was trying to get the Super NT working, because y'all know this, I have a little problem getting this flash cart seated in here, and I wasn't actually able to get it done before the stream. And there is a request for Phalanx, which I would actually kind of like to play, because I don't think I've streamed Phalanx yet. So why don't I just, kind of gently start... Why don't I just kind of gently start trying to get this working, and if it works, we can maybe play a video game, and if it doesn't, oh well, right? Hey, it's Eva, how you doing? I don't agree with you on principle. I didn't even hear the opinion. You did a bit of Phalanx a month or two ago. Did I? Well, then I obviously need to do some more, because I've forgotten. I wish you were more within my sleep schedule as my favorite guy in a hat style stream. Oh, thank you, Fancy Maleeb. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Fucking finally a game. Maybe, if I can get this thing seated correctly. Basically, I just have to wiggle it around in the slot until it actually works. You've done Phalanx out of the water in the middle of it? That's not Axlay? Oh shit, no. I remember now. Okay. Well, fuck it, we're gonna play it again. Come on. I believe we can make this work. Blow on it? Yeah. That doesn't work for Super Nintendo games. That can damage your cartridge. But yeah, Fancy Maleeb, one of my great regrets. Well, it's not really a regret because there's nothing I can do about it. I think I just pissed off my monitor. Hang on. Where's that button? Hang on. This is gonna kind of fuck some stuff up real quick. It's actually gonna be my go-to nomination for a shmup nights until it actually gets played through, because it looks really interesting. Yeah, it's not really a regret, but I wish there was something I could do about my schedule. I wish I could stream during like during more Twitch prime time, but I can't. I can't. I have a family, and my family would miss me. All right, sorry, hang on. I fucked this up, and now I need to move some stuff around. Oh God, I fucked everything up. No video games tonight, chat. It's just too much hassle. I'm glad you can't. This is just right for me. It's the fabled Cotton Eye Joe. I have all these. I have all these on my other monitor, and they all get pushed around when I try to do this. Manic, eventually, I'm just gonna start eating your Game Boy Double Dragon 3 requests. They offend me so. If you were streaming during Twitch Prime Time, I wouldn't be able to watch anymore. Yeah, it's... There's no perfect solution, is the thing. If I did manage to change hours, then people wouldn't be able to show up. So... These shmups and games you reviewed, Void Rage upon our heart is still developing very nicely. The dev has gone mad with feature creep in the good sort of way. I follow them on Twitter, and I've been keeping up a bit with what they've been doing, and yeah, it looks really good. Oh man, this thing. Just slap you in there and pray everything works. We'll definitely play the Void Reigns Upon Our Heart again sometime. I like that game a lot. And I only played it a little bit when it was much, much earlier in development. I wish I could figure out exactly why it does this. But I don't know enough about these particular pieces of hardware to say. Oh, we're almost there. I feel like it might be a voltage thing. I feel like it might be just the way I have everything plugged in. Like it requires, like the flash card requires higher voltage or something. Someone requested Capper to just come back from golfing the rest of the 1%. No, it was dealer's choice tonight, and I realized I hadn't worn this cap in a while. So I chose this one of my own accord. I guess it's the bourgeoisie in me reasserting itself. Also, this hat was a gift from my wife, so fuck you. Keep talking and no one unfollows. I mean, apparently that's the way it works. You think I'm ever gonna get the hint, chat? Do you think I'm ever gonna get the hint that some of my best streams are the ones where I don't actually play video games and just talk? I don't know, he might. He might. Dude, hello. Do you think I might ever actually listen to the people who've been telling me exactly that for years? Oh, for fuck's sake, man. I don't even know if it worked. Because my monitor... Okay, well, I'm gonna have to unfuck everything again. Here we go. Oh my god, that actually did it. Okay, cool. I can actually play a video game. Let me just rearrange everything so it's not all fucked. Do the dad stream, do one with him like every 6 months. If we can't watch live, we'll watch on YouTube. You know what? Just since you're so intent. Since you're so intent on it. Hang on. Let me bring it up with him and see what he thinks. Keep the camera where it is. Oh, you. Oh, you sillies. All right, guess what? Guess what? Video games are a happening. The time has come. Yeah, I actually kind of remember doing this now. The blank white void game is awesome. The only people I know Warren Caps and the Sub and Dirty Punks, so I have a very different association. Ooh, let me ask you, chat. Let me ask you, do you prefer the cap like this? Or like the, oh god, that was terrible. I mean, that was already really terrible, but that just made it like infinitely worse. There we go. There we go. How about that? You like that? The rakish tilt of shoes and ships and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings. If the dad stream is what I think it is, I would also, I guess I could see who to blame. So very 90s French oddish. My wife bought this for me, you asshat. You look, wow, okay. All right, we're going. All right. Manic told me all I need to know. Let's play the video game. Is the final boss the banjo guy? So the story about the banjo guy, if you didn't know. The story about the banjo guy is that marketing wanted something for the game that looked like their directive was to put something on the box that would make it stand out from everything else. And marketing was like, I got you, fam. Yes. Execute mission 66. Sorry, Honest Wife. Did it work? Not really. Not really. Because I think literally the only thing people remember this game for. Oh yeah, I remember this. This is actually a really pretty game. Literally the only thing people remember this game for is the weird ass box art. Which is a shame because now that I'm recalling it, I think it is actually a pretty solid shooter with some pretty unique levels. Oh, I got like a charge. Well, I don't want this. To be honest, you like the hat, seriously? I mean, I like this hat too. I like this hat quite a bit. I tend to wear this hat when it's raining. It does a really good job of keeping my head dry. Had a cool level design, some interesting bosses. Bought this for like $5 at a thrift store, purely because of the Banjo Man, so I guess it worked. Yeah, on that level, it certainly did. Yeah, the hard to see red bullets. Doesn't really help its case, but you know. Also, it falls into the same trap that I feel like a lot of shmups on the SNES did. Poor sound design. Like the music is fine, but I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not a fan of weapons that make no noise when you shoot. And I'm very particular about impact sound effects. Now that might be me being spoiled by UN Squadron and Gradius 3, but here again, like if that's what your console is essentially launching with, the games that come later need to at least, you know, meet that same standard. And I feel like a lot of these shmups that we played, as solid as they are in their own rights, don't really hold up to that. All the Topland games on Steam are like sub 100 megabytes, and that's okay by me. Oh yeah, they don't need to be big or anything. How'd you like Dragon View's chunky explosive sound effects or basic sword? That was actually pretty satisfying, to be honest. Dragon View was way better than I was expecting. Dragon View was honestly shocking. That was a remarkably solid game. Once you hear the story of how Dragon View came to be in the wake of Draken, like so many things make sense. Glad I'm very grateful to be able to enjoy it. It was a burning hole in your heart. Well, I'm glad we could do it justice at least. How'd you like Draken's random clangs and sounds of pain? I mean, they're extremely appropriate for the absolute purgatory of playing that game. Draken's such a mess, man. And what really scares me about Draken is like the more times I play it, the more it starts to make sense to me. And I'm not comfortable with that. Like, why does it sound like a printer when I hit this thing? Why does it sound like I'm waiting on a laser jet here? I was going Drakenified. I mean, honestly, I feel like if you all request that game enough times, like eventually I'm gonna come to grips with it and beat it. Right, Helveet? It totally does sound like a printer. The heck is PC load letter? Why is the mid boss called PC load letter? What was that? You wanna play more Draken? Okay. I mean, it's not like I have to say anything. I'm gonna be playing more Draken regardless. What y'all need to be worried about is Draken even gonna continue to show up in the magazine? Because at some point, it's not anymore. At some point, you're gonna hit a dearth of Draken. Sound feels like it's telling you the shots aren't doing damage, you just switch weapons. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm more used to sounds like that. This thing's really fucked up too. I like this thing. Yeah, I'm more used to those sound effects meaning like try something else than meaning, hey, you're doing a good job. Like, this is a cool ass boss. I don't know why we're doing anthropomorphized ships or anything, but it's a cool boss. I've blown all his everything off. I'm not really sure what else he plans on doing. We will edit your files to include Draken and random issues. I appreciate the commitment to the bit. Whee! Stage clear. Try the next mission. Okay. Second mission, underwater, get ready. We're anime chat. I'm so pretty. Ah, yes, this level. This one's so interesting because there's just this big current of water in the middle and it actually drags your ship back while you're in it. So right from stage 2, they've got some really interesting maneuvering to deal with. Even Phalanx can't avoid the cursed water level. I mean, it could be worse. It could be an ice level. You realize. Are there any... Hang on, wait a sec. Are there any notable ice levels in shmups? I know you... Whoa, that sucks. So this is how they get you to stay in the middle. Oh, they make those things fly at you. Does Toho count? Hell yes, Toho counts. How can you even have a shmup conversation without Toho? Toho has had such an outsized influence on the entire shmup market. I thought ice levels was more... Ice levels are definitely more of a platformer thing. But I mean, this isn't really a water level. So I mean, you might not have ice physics in a shmup's ice level, but you can still have ice levels. Oh, you just know that one ice fairy? Oh, sorry. Okay, I need to be paying attention to what I'm doing here, chat. I already took some damage. This game also lets you do some really granular destruction to bosses and stuff, which is cool. Can't imagine what the girlfriend is thinking. Like, before she got kidnapped, she knew the hero as her childhood sweetheart. Then surprised I'm related to royalty. Greatest guidance stage 1 is the snow level, but no ice physics. On hard loop, there are snowfalls that push your ship down, though. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Almost flew straight into that. Sisters Royal has ice levels. There's some big bombs, chat. Oh, get in there. Give me... Thank God for the system slowdown. So if you just skim the surface of the water like this, it doesn't push you back, which is really nice. Oh, you know the other thing about the hit sounds that's throwing me off? The printer sound also sounds like when your shields in Gradius 3 take a hit. So it causes like a very small amount of panic in me every time I hear it. Well, this is hardly ideal. It's nice they store pee in the balls. Where else would you put it? Seriously. Jesus Christ, I have 8 lives? Though if I remember the last time we played this correctly, those are gonna go really fast at some point. So these are like ships that shoot bubbles? I'm not sure why. Beep, 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 beep. Look like the bubble had mines in them. Ah, maybe. Whoa. You ain't got to be doing that. Completely forgot about the crayfish butt enemies. There we go, Jesus. That was like an unofficial mini boss. Y'all might not be appreciating all this gameplay, but I am appreciating giving my throat a little rest at least. It's a good balance, chat. I hope you can understand the sacrifice. Yeah, the music in this game is solid. It's really solid. Hello. For the briefest second, I thought it was shooting at little skulls. Those are kind of scully looking to me. Oh my God. Either your thumb has blisters or your larynx does. Boom! There we go. Excellent gameplay. This game is solid. This game is quite solid. Almost a shame that it's only really remembered for its box art. If anything, it seems like maybe the box art overshadowed it. Game was originally on the Sharp X68000. The graphics are better on that and has cutscenes, but the music is worse. Interesting. Third mission, Bio Cave. Excuse me. Oh. Ha. My sinuses decided to revolt. Thank you, thank you. Gadzooks tight. Cave levels and shmups always make me think of that one level in UN Squadron that's really hard. The one that's right before the final level that's not the canyon. And I always forget which one it is, which sucks because I always want to do the canyon first. And like half the time I play that game, I do the wrong one first and just get my ass kicked because it's so hard. By the way, I don't know what the hell weapon I picked up, but this thing owns. I love it. Oh, well, I'm glad I just scooted my happy little ass up here. Recently played Charensha shmup on the X68000. Very good. Nice. Oh no. Oh, I touched the snake, chat. Never touch the snake. I'm fighting anti-gravity tankers and flying tapeworms. Costs extra to touch the snake. No! Do not want! Windows version of Charensha is great too and free, excellent pixel art. I might have to look it up then. I do not believe I'm familiar with that one. Another reminder, chat, if y'all want to organize for the March community night, you don't need to wait for anything. You can go ahead and do it. And I know doing a shmup or a bunch of shmups for community night this month has been one of the prevailing ideas. Dude, I really like what this game what this game does with stuff moving into the background and foreground. Happy to dug out. Just thank you for sharing stories of the channel and the community. Chat, thanks for being a great group of people. Love you all. Good night. Good night, Library Man. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. It is always a pleasure to see you. Always a pleasure to hear your contributions. And of course, Cotton Eye Joe. But yeah, have a good one. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. What is this thing vomiting up at us? Oh shit. I think they're duplicating. I need to get them up here so I can actually blow them up. Yeah, they're definitely duplicating. Oh, this sucks. I think they self-destructed. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, that was rude. Oh, okay. Huh. Just had to wait patiently on that one, I guess. I guess if I had... Oh, what the fuck? I guess not really complain about this game. I don't really understand the power-up structure. But I imagine that's something that probably would have been explained in the manual, so I can't blame the game for that, certainly. Like, I'm not really sure what I should be grabbing or if there's anything I should be avoiding. I feel really powerful right now, so I'm happy at least. I'm satisfied. I just don't know how I got here. Or where I'm going. As tends to be the case on this channel. I don't know where I came from, and I don't know where I'm going. Probably have had a bit too much inexpensive wine. Yeah, that too. probably has something to do with it. I would have gone and gotten more, but I know I've had enough for having to work tomorrow. Chitahi Electronic System hit ME7318. Interesting. Oh god, is this the boss? What the fuck? The Christ am I? Oh my god. What in the hell is this thing? Ah, I was hoping I could slip through there, but no dice. Actually, should I just like orbit this guy maybe? Hey, we did it. Only took a hit. Only took one hit. Still haven't died. Feeling good about this one. Feeling pretty good about this one. I think I will try the next mission. In fact, when do we fight the banjo? The banjo's not in the video game. Fourth mission, Deep Core. Get ready. I think this only has like 5 or 6 missions too. Come to think of it. Oh, ooh, oh, this is pretty. I love high-speed shmup levels. Even when they're really balls out hard. Oh, shit, look at that. Actually, could use this last time. Oh, no. See, I don't know what the hell's going on. Oh, God. I don't know what's going on in power-ups. This game is starting to have kind of an R-type vibe to it. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, that's terrifying and fucked up. What if I Kazooie that? Yeah, this is definitely starting to feel more R-typey as we go along. Just, you know, minus the, oh yeah. Just minus the force. It's got all, oh god, it's got like Lotus Seed Pod brains. It's so fucked up. An extra life for nuking it though. Minus the life force. Definitely has some neat bio horror going on in it without having to be as like obvious about it as something like Abadox. Abadox is a game I really wish I could get all the way through. Oh man, I was okay. I got bamboozled on that one. Jesus Christ, there is shit everywhere. Here, let's use our super, I guess. Oh, weird. We just changed weapon types. Oh, those are in the back. Are those in the background? I think those are in the background. Yeah. They're in the background. At least they were. What the hell? Where'd they even come from? So that was not a boss. That was like, if anything, a mid-boss. Oh, Lord. I nicked that guy. I winged him. Shit. Okay. I was stupid good at finding the dead zones in the boss battles of Abadox. When I tried Rama on Rock Nest a while back, I really sucked at it. I would love to be good at Abadox. Abadox seems like a really fucking cool game. But alas, I am not. Oh, man, the way these guys just drop in from the top really sucks. Oh, God, he's gonna do it again, too. Right when I least expect it. There it is! This fucking guy. Oh, we're stopping. Oh, God! Oh, God, that wasn't me. Holy shit. So, going back to that, well, apparently I fucked that up. Okay, so this is the weak point of this thing. This is such a weird boss Dude, this is so weird. It's shooting green marshmallows at me. This is so weird. Yeah, heck of a time for a pistol start. Shit. So I want to hit it in the knot. Oh, no, 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 no. I did that before. Okay, cool. I really hope this is doing more damage than it looks. All right, well, that actually worked out. Kind of. Kind of. Not really, though. Ow. Shit. Okay, yeah, when it opens its eye, it does a dash. This is more and more normal and predictable. I like the main ship is just kind of parked for this. It's like, nah, we're good. I'll come pick y'all up later. That was not easy. Boom. Well, I still got 9 lives left, so. Fifth mission, Destroyer, get ready. I hardly knew her. Oh, this is pretty. Oh god, they were doing the orange red shit. Wait, what? Oh, this is, oh my god, this is a really tall mission. This one's actually like a couple screens tall, I think. But yeah, they were doing the orange blue thing way before movie posters. Sucker for parallax backgrounds. This is gonna be a little dangerous though. Trying to outmaneuver stuff like this, maybe. Also, why is nothing happening? I think something was supposed to happen. Maybe it already got destroyed. Oh no! Oh no! Oh my god. No, you just have full control of the scrolling in this one. Holy shit. So is this like an entire capital ship that we gotta take apart? And it's constantly moving forward, so we have to, oh shit. Do you want me to, hang on. We're doing a little survey of this thing first. Dude, this is nuts. This is absurd. Oh God, hi. Well, I guess I kind of deserve that. Oh my God, this thing is massive. I mean, I guess we better go down into it. Am I doing a good job? I love when game designers go bonkers with their genre ideas. Okay, I don't think this is what I'm supposed to do. And I just explode against the door. This is really unique. I can't think of another shmup that really does something like this. Oh. Oh Lord. This is some. This is something, all right. Okay. I might just be horribly under-equipped for this. Like, okay, yeah, I'm supposed to blow these up. Okay. Okay, so I did that. Okay, there's another place back here I can get into this thing. But I think that was kind of, yeah, okay, so that was that. So maybe, shit. Sorry, I'm really not used to this whole concept. So maybe that opened up maybe that opened up like this hatch? Yeah, that opened this hatch. Okay, cool. Crab? I guess is crab now. Okay. Crab brave. Interesting, but not very well telegraphed. Yeah. It could use a little bit more direction for what you're actually doing. All right, I think I want to go all the way around. I'm thinking I don't want to go around the front. The front is scary. Maybe there's an 87-page booklet that explains this. This whole destroyer boss rush. I mean, it's just a giant ship, and you're searching for the hatches that let you into its weak points, which, as far as shmup level concepts go, is gold. Like, this fucking rules. Yeah, there we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right. Yep. Laser beams, bouncing balls. This is very Gradius 5 speed level boss. Got Gradius 3. Shit. Okay, so now everything makes the same noise. Oh, no, there we go. Whoa, motherfucker. I guess he really, shit. I guess he really didn't like that take on it. Seems like you really need to learn where your hitbox is in this game. Every shmup tries to do the hard try big shit, but so if you so decisively try to top it like this, this is impressive. That was absolutely an impressive level. Pew. I'm running out of lives though. Oh, never mind. I got one back. Net loss of 3 lives. 6th mission. Advertise area? What? Welcome to Chemco, Phalanx. I can blow up the advertisements? This is my new favorite shmup of all time. Shmup of the year, all years. Ow. Oh boy, the blatant shill zone. Finally, you get to fight the marketing department. Finally. This is all I've wanted. This is the only thing I've wanted. Please just be a giant armored billboard. Nope, it's a goopy asteroid. Gross. Stop chasing me. I said stop chasing me. Now that's an interesting superpower. Which also switched me over to charge beam, which I don't want. Can we do that again? Yeah, we can do that again. And that switched me over to this. Okay, cool. Excellent. Ow, God. How is advertising zone a level? This is so funny. I didn't want that one, but thanks. Chemco, the same Chemco that is now making the budget RPG Maker style games. Is it? Are you sure this isn't Parodius? There's not enough ballet dancers and naked men in it, so yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, give them sweet, sweet lazy beans. Chemco best company. Whoa, Nelly. I'm just not gonna pick up anything else because I'm really happy with where my power-ups are. Although, if these big balls could go away, I'd be really happy. They're like right in my face, and I don't like it. I feel like this game has stuff chase you a lot more frequently than most shmups do. Looks like you just have a stock of R, this L, and an E, maybe switch between them. I don't know if you can actually switch between them. Using your super attack seems to switch between them. Oh, that was a cool approach. Oh, it's that little happy face. Look. Nyang. I can't see my ship anymore. Too much animation. Yeah, I know how to adjust my speed. Medium speed in this seems really good. I probably should have changed it during the narrow tunnel boss, honestly, but it's okay. You gonna do a charge or something? He does look kind of Skeksis, doesn't he? Oh god, yep. So here again, the sound design, I have no idea what part is vulnerable or if I'm doing damage or anything. And I sure would like to know. Like, every once in a while I hear a bit, but I don't know what that means. Looks like it's only when his mouth is open. Sure does not afford you a lot of options then. A lot of things just seem to be way too tanky. Okay, yeah, it does seem like when his mouth is open. Oh, that's not a very useful one, unfortunately. Okay, I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it. So you can switch between your weapons, and then your super expends all of your stored power for one of your weapons to do like a super attack. Ow. Whew, finally. Okay, so now I know how to switch between weapons. Fortunately. Seventh mission, hyperspace. Get ready. All right, well, I was wrong. This has a bunch of stages in it. I must have been thinking of something else. How hyper is hyperspace? Not two. Gotta be coming up on the end. I'm guessing 8 stages. Oh, I wish I hadn't expended my lasers now. That'd be really handy for this. We're definitely going fast. Ow. Shit. Okay, that actually worked out. Somehow. That one just shot sticks. Something about that's really funny to me. Oh my god. You just can't trust space prawns. They're gonna do some horse shit. Death sticks, yeah. You wanna buy some death sticks? Damn it! Oh, I was gonna get that P too. And I just mashed the wrong button. For shmup, this has some real design originality. It does, it does. I'm almost tempted, I'm not this self-loathing, but I'm almost tempted to go back and see what Rob and George had to say about this. I know they certainly had that completely awful, empty-headed opinion that like some shmups just don't need to exist because other shmups already exist. But they were okay on some games, and I can't actually remember if they were okay on this game or not. No, Jesus Christ. That's a pattern. Who's the old man on the cover? A marketing ploy. Literally just a marketing ploy. Oh, you're Rob and Georging it up. Forgive me. Man, I don't know. That is a weird pattern trying to get past. Don Phalanx. Old Donnie Phalanx, they called him. All right, cool. Out of gun. Dude, I do not know how to dodge that pattern. It comes out so fast. That's a very scary pattern. Hey! Oh, that was the mid-boss. Fuck. This is a sizable game, chat. Beep it, beep it, beep. Oh, we're slowing down. I think we're coming out of hyperspace. Oh shit. All right, well I got the charge weapon back. Man, this is not working out for me. This is rough. The only Super Nintendo shooter, I think it was pretty cool. Whoa, what the hell is this? There's some in the background. There's some weird lightning-y looking stuff in the background. Dude, the aliens in this game are pretty wild. Kind of a really unique concept. Oh, there's a war going on in the background. Oh, those are like laser blasts going back and forth, and those are like capital ships getting blown up. Really is feast or famine with the power-ups in this game? It is, yeah. It really is. Fuck! I was only allowed to have one, chat. I'm definitely getting the hang of this charge cannon, though. It's helpful. George is an above-average space shooter. The graphics are great. The settings are inventive. If I had to choose between this game and other recent space shooter, I'd probably pick Axelay and Space Megaforce before it. Oh, hello. Whoa, the balls. Okay, I blew his face off. I guess that was important. Okay. How we doing? Both Rob and George seem to like it, but not that much. Rob also called and also ran since there's so many shooters. Yeah, fuck Rob. Fuck that dipshit. No shortage of lives in this game. I think the fact that you can take multiple hits before you go down makes a huge difference. Last mission, charge. Get ready, no data. This is it, chat. Oh, damn. Oh God, wasting no time. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Wow, I just got another one up. You get so many lives in this game, it's absurd. Oh, we fight a banjo. Chat, let go of the banjo. The banjo isn't happening, I'm sorry. I hate to be the bearer of banjo news, but there ain't no fucking banjo in this game. The marketing department has melted your brains. Fuck me, man. Oh, wait, I don't have any other weapon I can switch to? Okay, that helps. Oh, that helps a lot. Oh, they're coming. Oh, they're coming from the background. I didn't even notice that. Wait, that's weird. I can switch between... Okay, I still don't understand the power-up system in this. Dude, these... Oh my God, this shit's crazy. What is that? Big munchy alien mandibles or some shit? The Wall of Nam. Okay, mid-boss, right? Oh dear. No, 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 no. So this thing black holes. Oh God. Oh Lord. Okay, I have a bit of a problem. Oh God. I'm having the worst time hitting this guy. I'm just gonna stop charging and I'm just gonna try and shoot directly. This guy is fucking tough. Okay, I'm getting a little better at his timing. Shit. Bullet Spun Bosch. I think this game just really expects you to have better weapons like the whole game. Which is unfortunate because it's honestly kind of hard to keep a hold of your weapons in this. That's where the real difficulty comes in. You're just kind of poorly equipped for most of the game. Jesus, okay. Halfway there. Oh, shit. The fuck are these? Like, I love this because everything is like weirdly organic, but like alien organic. Like they're not giant human organs or something. They're giant alien organs, and I love that. Everything's just squishing everywhere. Like, this is genuinely really, really creative stuff, and I love it. Fuck, man. This thing's like intestines are flying around. If it even has intestines. That's just a colon, but weaponized. Surprising amount of not just Earth stuff, but a little different. Yeah, very much so. Even as an appendix. Yeah, I am incredibly impressed with this game. This is super cool. Oh boy. I think that means Zangi. It's about to indigestus. Okay. What the hell is this? We'll go with these, they're homing. Alien boss needs to lower their cholesterol. Ooh, ominous. Oh, I'm really liking this build up. Dude, that was cool. A whole section of the level just to like set the mood. Oh my god. Oh my god, this background is absurd. Oh, hello, hi. Okay, fuck. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm sorry. What? I think I just screwed myself. Okay. Can I be in here? Are you okay if I'm in there? I guess he didn't like that. Time to throw up. Yeah, this background is a little bit much. I'm not sure. I'm kind of tempted to just do this. I'm kind of tempted to just damage rush it, but I don't actually think I have enough lives for that. I think we need to get it all the way over here. This homing spooge is not helping. Shit, dude. You're really not afforded a lot of room in here. Oh my god, okay. Where's my... There it is. I need to be moving much faster. Alright, get your ass up here. Oh, no, he cut off my escape. Fuck. Oh, God. Alright, well, I'm screwed on this. Oh, God. Wait, okay. Alright, I did it, but there's more. This guy's blocking my shots. Jesus. This is pretty wild. shit. This is so hard. Oh my god. Just trying to land like a single hit on this thing is such a pain. This is like killing my thumb. Shit. My god, this is hard. Yeah, you basically have to make bombing passes. Because not only do you have to juke the defender, you have to juke him long enough to get multiple hits in. Shit. And of course, they probably balanced this not for your normal gun, which is absurd because how the fuck do you get here without dying a bunch? Damn it, dude. All right, I think this is my last chance. Those yellow seeking things are really deceptive. Because they don't track as hard as you think they do. It's like they do until they don't. Shit. Only 500 more hits to go. There's probably another phase after this or something. I can't get over this. So dumb. I could have made this a whole lot easier myself if I had noticed this sooner. I can't believe you're right. No! Damn it! Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna see where you continue from. If you don't continue from that fight... Oh, shit. Oh, I really don't feel like doing all that again. Yeah. All right, well, that was cool, though. That was really, really cool. That is definitely one of the best shmups I played on the Super Nintendo. That was a really, really neat game. Oh my god. No, there's no. This is on. This isn't on the Switch. There's no rewind. Oh my god. Well, that was a thing, wasn't it? You know what, chat? I think if y'all are amenable, if y'all are okay, I think I'm actually gonna end a little bit early tonight because I am beat after that. After all the talking we did, and after playing that as hard as I did, I am like super tired. So, and also, just to like put it out there, I don't want to deal with this. You nearly knocked a page out of the issue. Yeah, we would have gotten stuck on this page though, for obvious reasons. Oh, God. So if you want to go ahead and request some bullshit on this page, go right ahead. We'll deal with it on Saturday. Oh, boy. I feel like I just ran a marathon or something. Never knew about the warp thing? Cheers, glad you could make a stream. I'm glad you could too, Helvy. I'm definitely glad you could too. Star Trek Game Boy game, huh? This is a interesting one. Good stream, yeah. Talking for an hour and a half and then playing one game. Yep, that's the power hours, folks. That's what you get. Oh, God. Would you like to play Space Megaforce? No, I'm good. I'm good. I think I'm plenty shmup filled. Plus, if I jumped into that on Saturday, I don't know how much energy I would have for the rest of this horrible crap I have to play. So, all right, looks like it's gonna be another long issue, chat. When we come back on Saturday, we'll play us some Star Trek, and some Terminator 2, and some Monopoly, and some Smart Ball. Oh boy. Don't get too excited about the special requests you're putting in. I make no promises to actually fulfill them. We will do what I can do, what I feel like doing. So yeah, more power hours on Saturday. Tomorrow night is Indie Variety Night. I'm gonna be playing some Sims, some management, some buildings. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a nice, constructive evening. We're gonna start with The Last Starship. Entirely possible we just end up playing that for the entire evening if it's really good and engaging and if hilarious things can happen to the crew. But we'll see. Power hours on Saturday. I do not stream on Sundays. I'll be off on Sunday. And then Monday, RimWorld begins at last. We will start streaming RimWorld. It will be great. It will be magical. I can't wait. Thanks for the stream. My favorite part was when we defeated the Banjo Man with the true power of Bluegrass. Let that be the story that we spread far and wide. And I will go ahead and say, I need to confirm that I can actually get them working. But the plan is... Oh, wait, somebody unfollowed during the stream. Never mind. Nah, it's fine. Next Friday, not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow. Let's see if we can't do that 1,000 games thing. I'm gonna see if I can. Yeah, we get to celebrate 1,000 all over again. I'll see between now and next Friday. I'll make sure that I can actually get some of those games working. If not, we'll still do something to celebrate being at least in the ballpark of 1,000 followers. But yeah, so that'll be next Friday's plan. So anyway, chat, with that, let me go find somebody to raid. We'll go hand somebody an early raid this evening. We can all get us some much deserved rest. I believe that tonight... I saw Bassie earlier. Let's go visit Bassie. They're playing Magic the Gathering again. I like watching Bassie play Magic the Gathering because it means I don't have to get back into it. So yeah, let's do that. So I'll celebrate more or less, give or take. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, gang, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you for joining me and humoring me for all my ramblings. I hope you had a good time. I get the feeling you did. I get the feeling y'all wouldn't be here if you didn't like listening to me just talk about stuff and things like we do. And on top of that, thanks for sticking around while I played an honestly really cool game. So we'll get to some horrible garbage on Saturday. So hopefully I will see you then, or even better, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night for a very constructive indie variety night. But until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.